welcome to the Chris Gethard Show. I'm your host, Chris Gethard. I want to say hi to everybody watching live on MNN, everybody watching live on the internet, and anybody who might be downloading this in the future. Hello, welcome. This is our second to last episode on Public Access. I just got weirdly emotional right before the show. I did. I haven't talked about it with anybody. I got real sad, but we're psyched to be here. Tonight we're going to check in not with our usual callers, but with the people who created them on this earth, and I am fascinated. We have not discussed at all what we're going to talk about when it comes to this, but yeah, I'm getting ready to go. And I don't know, what else should I say? Should we just start the show, JD?
Murph looks great, that's all I want to say.
Murph looks awesome. All right, on that happy note, let's do it. Let's start it up. The greatest house band in Public Access. We got Mimi on the hoops. Mimi, how you doing tonight? The kinetic wallpaper of the show, as always. And joining me, some of the core members. Jamie, how are you? Looking good, looking very occupied back there. Shannon, how you doing tonight? Shannon O'Neill, the one and only.
Doing good. Doing great.
That's good. Murph, you've already been complimented on your looks. You do have a glow about you.
Great.
You do have a glow about you tonight. Can we recognize this? What's going on? What were you doing before this?
Some whiskey and...
We're not supposed to say that, but we're getting kicked off. We're leaving anyway, so I guess...
Yeah, me and Diana were
were
having some drinks and enjoying each other's company.
We're never supposed to say that. You've got drinks on the air, but you're done.
But this is it. Kick me out tonight, if tonight's the night. I wish I knew I would have had more whiskey than that.
And Dave Bloodband, a recent addition to the show. David Bloodband, how are you?
Hey, okay.
That's good. How you feeling?
Doing great. Doing great.
All right. So, oh, and of course, before I forget, the one, the only, our first ever non-human cast member, Random Frodo. How you doing, Frodo? Frodo, are you waking up? Is Frodo waking up to say hello or no? Oh, TJ saying hello to Frodo. Hi, Frodo. Okay, Frodo's just in a gentle slumber.
I don't want to ruin this for everyone, but did you ever just zone in on an animal's genitals and you can't look away?
Frodo's genitals are very prominent in that shot. But you know, nudity is not allowed in the studio, but via Skype you can bare genitals, so Frodo's not breaking M&M bylaws. Very true by the letter of the law. So tonight we're going to be talking with a lot of people's parents. We haven't spoken about this, those of us in the panel. How are you guys feeling about this?
I feel great about it.
I love talking to other people's parents. I'm real into it.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. I like that too.
I know. I met Dave Bloodband's mother. Mm-hmm. Can I reveal? I don't know if people have pieced together that you've played characters on this show before. Can I reveal how I met your mother?
Sure, yeah.
Do you remember this story?
You tell it.
I was walking through Manhattan, and I had to get money out of a cash machine. And luckily in Manhattan, there's 3 on every block. Mm-hmm. And I went into a random Bank of America, not even the bank I'm a member of. I'm a Wells Fargo man myself. And I go in, and I'm in the bank, like the ATM booth, and all of a sudden, this very confident, short woman strolls right up to me in a bank booth, which is not socially normal behavior to just walk right up to someone.
Nope.
And with her, she has a slight accent, mm-hmm. and in her accent, she went, "Ah, hello. I watch you every Wednesday night. I am the mother of the human fish." That's how I met your mom.
She's pretty cool. She's a cool lady.
She's super fucking cool, man.
Most confident person I know in my life.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
What a good thing to be able to say. Murph, I've met your folks at your wedding. Mm-hmm. And I think I met Fast Freddy one other time. Now, talk us through this. I was shocked when I went on Murph's bachelor party. You refer to your father. This is not a joke. You and your brother both. I've never heard you call him Dad. You only refer to him as Fast Freddy.
It's true. It's true. That's his name around Wilkes-Barre. That's how everyone knows him.
I was also shocked to find out halfway through your bachelor party His name is not even Fred.
No, no. It's I guess it's a tradition. My name's also not Murph. Yeah, his name is James, but he got Freddie as a nickname when he was young, and he's a very witty guy, and he shoots good pool, hustles a lot of bar games. So they're like, yeah, Fast Freddie is. He just slipped right into it.
You walk the walk. You don't just talk the talk, Murph. Your father's a pool hustler named Fast Freddie. Doesn't that fit everything you guys knew about Murph before tonight?
Yeah, he's a wonderful man.
Yeah, it's a great relationship. Shannon, what do you have to say about parents? I've met your mom. She's delightful.
Yeah, I got 2 parents. My life is none of your business.
Now, my mom, I'll tell you guys this, and she left you out of this specifically. She said at my wedding, she hated all the UCB people because nobody took the time to say hello to her. She said all the UCB people just talked to themselves the whole time and no one was nice to my mom at our wedding.
But she left me out of that.
She said specifically that you, and then also Jesse Vandenberg, who works on our show. She said whoever raised Jesse Vandenberg raised him right. She said that. Yeah, she didn't like the cliquishness of the UCB folk.
I said hello to your mom.
I'm sure you did. That's great. There was apparently something. No. I'll tell you who she named. Never mind. I won't tell you. I'll tell you off the air who she named specifically, and you 3 will laugh at it.
Oh,
and I don't, because I don't think I've said it to him, so it wouldn't be fair to just out him on the air. But Hallie knows who it is, I think.
Sally's great.
Yeah, Sal's
Sally's great.
and Ken, Big Ken.
Both
Yeah.
your parents are lovely people.
Yeah. So let's do it. Let's talk to some of our viewers' parents. So anybody who is a parent, call in. I want to know what it's like to be a parent. It's been a while since we've just had a discussion-based episode like this. I want to know. I'm thinking about doing it, so I want to know how it goes. Not to be too weird. I hope that's okay to say with my roommate.
Yeah, it's in a hypothetical,
Yeah.
theoretical way.
In a hypothetical world, I will facilitate half of Hallie coming into the world again. That'll be good.
That was weird.
That phrasing.
Weird, and then you made it weird.
That's what I feel like. I never knew if I wanted to be a dad, and then I married you, and I was like, well, now it's okay. Because it's you. Like, if I fuck up entirely, you'll save it with the other half of the DNA.
Yeah.
All right.
Well-grounded Hallie, she'll see you.
So any parent at all, I want to hear how it is. I want to hear what it's like. And specifically, if you are the parent of a regular viewer of this show, let's do it. So first of all, I think we have on the line Daniel from Dallas and his mom, Carol. Daniel and Carol from Dallas. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, Carol. Now, is Daniel there with you? Is he also on the line?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
here.
How are you? So
Right
how would you guys describe your mother-son relationship?
Well, did you start first, Daniel?
Sure, okay.
Okay.
I think we're pretty open and we're pretty friendly. Like, I introduced her to the show, and I think it says a lot about her that, like, she was actually pretty into it. So.
Nice, Carol.
Yeah, we have a great relationship. I try to keep lines of communication open, and he's introduced me to a lot of great comics in the past couple of years. So I'm kind of up to speed now on, who's good, and that includes you.
Now, Daniel, how old are you?
18.
18. So, Carol, let's be honest. What's the biggest stretch of pain in the ass? Like, what age is the biggest pain in the ass stretch?
For this particular child or in general? My daughter is
Fascinating and badass answer. Okay, let's hear in general and then specific Daniel stories.
Oh, no.
In general, yeah, I would say probably starting around puberty, I guess.
So for me,
But,
that was like
Daniel's always
23.
been a good Daniel's a pretty good kid. I can't complain about his sister. That's another thing. But let's talk about your regular viewer, and that would be Dan.
Are you going to talk shit about my sister on national TV?
This is not national TV, Daniel. Daniel, this is as local as TV can get.
Well, I mean,
But that's gonna fucking change soon, Daniel. I'm not playing around anymore, man. I was on the phone with the development guy. He said, get yourself in trouble. We got lawyers. Make them work. I can't wait. I took it as a challenge. So, Carol, sorry, Carol, we got distracted with our own success. So, Carol, have there been, so Daniel watches the show regularly, you watch it as well. Has there been anything we've done or anything that we've said that you feel like you had to correct as a parent or maybe talk to Daniel about?
No, Daniel has a good head on his shoulders. I will ironically say, hey, PG, parental guidance there. Just know that you should not eat things off another person's body, for example.
Eating off another person's body?
Yeah, or
The belly burrito.
You do like
belly
burritos.
What happened to belly burritos?
Yeah. Now, Carol, if you could give us one piece of parenting advice, because I could be a father at some point, who's to say? This is not going to be some announcement where I'm announcing we're going to have a baby. It sounded like I was secretly implying we're about to have a baby. That's not the case. Carol, one piece of parenting advice, one thing for all of us to remember, what does it? What builds a relationship like you have with your son, Daniel?
Just always be open to what they have to say and be accepting and, be there for them. And try not to make them into your likeness, but accept them for who they are.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing to say.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for the call.
Wait, what's something you would change about your son?
Oh. Carol, hold on one second. Carol, hold on one second. Shannon, can you repeat that?
Yeah, what's one thing you would change about your son?
One thing I would change about him,
Be careful here.
I have to live with this kid. I don't want to say anything in front of him. He's great, okay? It's all good. I can't think of a thing, honestly. I
All
really
right.
can't. Except not to worry so much. There you go.
Not to worry so
worry.
much. Many viewers of the show, I'm sure their parents tell them that. Many viewers of the show.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for the beautiful call. Thank you.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
All right. Now here's a good question. Bluff Ben, Murph, Shannon, do you guys plan on being parents someday? Is that a thing you're interested in? Can you learn from the show? Murph, you and Kolsky, you're going to go for it.
Yeah.
I could see that, little Murph.
Yeah. Ew? Someone said ew?
Who said ew? Your wife, Diana, just said ew from upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to imagine now at this moment, but at some point, yeah, it'd be great. I love kids.
All right, Bluff Ben, what you thinking?
I guess, yeah, at some point in the future. I can't take responsibility for someone else right now. I can barely take care of myself.
What's an example of you being barely able to take care of yourself? What's something from the past week or two?
My mom helped me, she came over to my apartment to help me clean my apartment, and I found 5 uncashed checks.
How much is the total?
$150.
$150.
That was the total of all 5 together?
They were like small, like college humor things that
Yeah.
amounted to because they don't pay anybody.
Yeah.
So it's just
We
like,
just outed college humor for their rates.
sorry.
Shannon O'Neill, what you thinking on the topic? You don't like talking about your life,
Yeah, I don't like talking about my life.
okay?
That's actually I'll be honest, like that's like a question you shouldn't ask.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we've never been socially appropriate on the show.
Yeah.
We should always ask
No.
questions that we shouldn't ask.
No, but I mean that's like like what if I'm not, but like what if I was barren? And like you're asking me, like that's what I mean. Like that's like I'm just saying like
What if that's-
social norms. It's like a tough question to ask people.
I hear ya.
Yeah.
I hear
Just
ya.
giving you a little advice for future.
I think another one of those, and since we're talking about parents, is when people just assume that everyone has a great relationship with their parents. So like on Mother's Day or Father's Day, people just say to strangers like, "Did you call your mom today? Did you tell your dad happy?" You know, some people have shitty parents.
Sure.
Yeah.
But in the
wouldn't want it.
context of the show, isn't that like what we thrive on? That awkward,
No, that's
like,
pretty standard.
yeah,
Yeah.
like what's happening right now.
Absolutely. Let's go back to the phones.
We're currently thriving.
Who do we have? Oh, Julia's dad, Bob, in New York. Bob in New York, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Chris?
I'm good. So Julia's called the show a bunch of times. How do you enjoy the experience of being her father?
Well, it's been great. She's my second child. I have a son who just went off to college, and no, I'm very lucky. I have 2 great kids.
So you just sent her off to college. What's that like for you?
No. Her older brother just went off to college.
Okay. So what's that? What's it like sending a kid off to college?
I think I'm bugging my son a lot because I'm hoping to sort of spare him from a lot of the mistakes I feel I made in college, and I think he feels he's getting too much advice from me.
Okay, that's like what mistakes did you make?
Excuse me?
What mistakes did you make in college? That's a fascinating thing to say.
For example, I had awful roommates freshman year, so I gave him a ton of advice on that subject, and I don't think he felt he needed to pay any attention to, and he probably does not.
Okay, all right. Now, are you? Let me ask you this. But hold on one second. Hold Hold on one second. You've got a guy dressed as a troll, which is already distracting enough, and now he's texting in the front row.
I just received a text from my dad. I didn't want to.
That's okay. That's all right, John. You're the best. John Henry's the best. Yeah, through that thing, you have to hold the phone like this. So, Bob, let me ask you this. What's the biggest compromise you have to make when you become a parent? Like, what's the biggest sacrifice you had to make upon parenthood?
You know, you do have to be very, very unselfish. And, you know, one thing you have to accept, and this is really what the prior parent said, is that you have to accept that your kids are going to be very different from you, that they're not going to share your enthusiasms, and you just have to sort of look for things you can share with them, but they're going to be very different people from you.
So Julie is a regular caller of the show. I've met her many times. She's a great kid. What are the things, like what bonds you? What's the bonding activity between Bob and Julia? Like, what is the father-daughter thing?
I like the fact that she likes, you know, shows like this, that she's gotten very much into UCB. I'm not all that familiar with it. So, you know, to understand her better, maybe you could tell me, for example, what is sandwich night?
Oh, so you have questions about the show your daughter watches. That's great. That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Sandwich night, we can all explain it. It's a holiday we invented. People eat sandwiches on public access TV.
It's like Thanksgiving for people that don't have Thanksgiving.
It's the night before Thanksgiving, and like people traveled from across the past 2 years. People have been coming across the country to come eat sandwiches at our studio, and then sometimes throughout the year, people chant sandwich night because they can't wait for it to come again.
And a big tradition is to make sandwiches that don't make sense.
Yeah.
They're just fucking god awful.
Yeah, that's sandwich night. Has Julia mentioned anything else about the show that you need some clarification on?
Not all that much. I mean, one thing I do like is I think the show does sort of instill a real sense of community, and I think that's a nice thing.
We really try, and we're very welcoming towards everybody. I'm going to give you, I would say as a parent, you probably are going to want to ask Julia about the beef off. You might not want her watching the beef off.
Dick skirt.
Dick skirt. There's an episode we have called Looking at Dicks in the Dark, and I don't think she should watch that one. You might want to check that out. Last week's episode was a fetish party. That one was no good. No good. Yeah, so sometimes we get weirdly sexual, but more often than not, we're just dorks.
But I have a lot of faith in Julia's ability to put all that in context.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. There's going to be so many awe moments this week. I love it. All right. Well, Bob, any closing words, any parental advice you want to give to any of us who may be future parents?
It's hard. You know, you asked that other parent about what age is the hardest. That every age has things about it that are easier and harder. And but it's you know, it's the best thing you can do. And if you're thinking about it, Chris, I really recommend it.
Wow. Really recommend it. Okay. Good to know. Shannon, do you want to ask your question of Bob?
What would you change about your daughter?
I don't know. Might be nice if she ate a wider variety of things.
That's a perfect answer. That way you could go to more restaurants. That's awesome. All right, Bob, thank you for the great call. I'm so excited to welcome
you. Good luck, Chris.
Thank you so much. You're a really rad dad. You're a cool dad. That's awesome. I'm so excited about our musical guest this week. So we're winding down our public access run. Heidi, Kiri, Zane, they have crushed it as our music bookers. It's been such a pleasure. And this week, yes, they very much deserve that. And this week they said, you know, in the spirit of the show, we want to just put word out there. Someone we haven't heard from before. They got, in just a day or two, got about, I think it was 56 submissions from bands in the area who said they could come play the show. They went through all of them. I'm so excited about the band they picked. They are Gentlemen of New Jersey. They are playing a show January 31st at Benai Cachette in Montclair, New Jersey. So excited. Let's get up. Let's have fun. Let's dance with Microwave Death.
Good life! Tell me about yours! Whoa.
You've never had one. What's the greatest glory of your whole life? I go, what's the greatest glory of your life? I go, what's the greatest glory of your whole life? I go, what's the greatest glory of your life? Let's go, what's the greatest glory of your whole life? Let's go, what's the greatest glory of your whole life? Let's go, what's the greatest glory of your whole life?
Gentlemen, holy shit. Banana Man, what'd you think of that?
No words, just
No words, just emotion, movement, panting. Now, I believe you are currently instead of destroying a guitar, it looks like you are building a guitar. You're doing the opposite. You're going the opposite direction than most. Okay, so what's behind this? So you guys are coming together right now to build a new guitar? Are you gonna play this guitar in your second show?
next song.
Holy shit. Now, do you have any idea how this guitar will sound?
Amazing.
Amazing. I like you fucking guys. Where's Benai Kanesh in Montclair?
I have no clue. Just check out the Meat Locker.
Check out the Meat Locker.
We're also playing a show at the Meat Locker on the 12th of February with Robot Death Kites and who else?
Omegalith and I think, who is it, No Pop?
Yeah.
Robot Death Kites sounds like the best band ever. That's a band? We got it. Robot Death Kites.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're from New York City.
Yeah.
We got to get those guys on.
They were like second place in the competition.
Oh, really? Look, you guys beat them. Tell them they're second place and you're first place. Zane says they're second place. That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being here, and I'm so psyched to see how this turns out with the brand new guitar. All right, how are you guys feeling? How's everything?
Great.
Any thoughts, questions about this topic or life in general, the show in general? What are we talking about? What are we doing here?
I feel like
How are
we
you
should
guys
talk
feeling?
to more parents.
Yeah.
Just talk to more parents?
Isn't that what the show's about? Talking to parents?
It is, but we're allowed to not do that if we want.
I wonder, I've always wondered how,
I hope he drills us right in your.
Totally fine with it.
I've always wondered when being a parent how you cannot judge your kid.
Oh, great. We'll deal with that in a second. Oh, before we get to that, though, I mentioned him before. One of the guys who works on this show, he's been around a long time. Great dude. As I said, my mother complimented him for being the nicest guy at my wedding. And he has an announcement. He's not always a presence on the show. You've seen him as the human barber pole and the human wishing well. He's also the two-time Beef Off runner-up. Jesse Vandenberg, Beef Jerky, is here, and he's got something he wants to say. Great. Beef Jerky, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Chris?
I'm pretty good.
Beef Jerky!
Beef Jerky, you got a theme song.
I have a theme song.
Second to last episode.
Penultimate episode. How about that?
Now, I was really surprised to hear the writers were telling me you were like, I have to get something out there.
Yeah, this has been on my mind for quite a while now.
Okay.
I'm just going to come out and say it. I am hereby using this opportunity to announce my resignation as the twink of TCGS.
Whoa, you are the twink of TCGS.
I am currently the twink of
the
TCGS.
Underdog of the beef off because of your twink nature.
Yes.
And you're no longer a twink.
I had to think about it for a while, but I've decided to step down. You know, I feel like we're coming to our end on public access.
Yeah.
Everybody's growing. Chris, you and Hallie are married now.
Yeah.
Murph, you're a married man. You and Diana Kolsky are married. Everybody's changing. We're moving on, and I would like to move on and change with the times.
Okay.
So I would like to take this opportunity, and I'm glad that my parents are watching right now because I think this will make them very proud.
Wow.
From
ties into the theme.
From this day forth, I will now be a bear.
Wow. You are covered in body hair now. You are covered in body hair now. You have made the switch. You have evolved from twink to bear.
I have gained 5 pounds in 2014. And in 2015, I plan on maybe gaining up to 3 more. I am a bear now.
You are a bear. Now, what would you say to people who would argue that it doesn't work that way?
Just look at Connor Ratliff, guys. I'm just saying, you gotta believe in your dreams.
Oh, in that sense, yes, of course. Of course, yeah. Of course, in that sense,
What
yes,
did you think I meant?
We all were slightly confused, I think. But yeah, no, that makes sense.
But I would deem Connor Ratliff a bear.
I think he's at least a cub. At least a cub.
A man believes in his dreams.
Yeah. Well, Jesse, congratulations. I look forward to seeing what this brings to your life and to the show.
I think I'm gonna gain those 3 extra pounds after all.
You're just drinking. Oh, from a bear.
I am a bear now.
Bears eat honey. Well done, Jesse. Jesse Vandenberg, beef jerky, ladies and gentlemen. Things are changing. All right, let's go back to the phone. It looks like we've got. So there was one of our all-time favorite callers is Paige. She later interned on our show. I think during what was considered by me a golden era of the show, in that she worked so hard that I got to relax for a couple of months because she was killing it. And her dad has been a longtime supporter, and he's Skyped and called into the show. But we're going to welcome back Paige's dad, Pete, as well as his mom, Paige's grandma.
Oh, shit.
We have a dad and grandma, I believe. I don't know. Maybe it's not your mom, but it's Paige's grandma. Pete and grandma, are you there?
We are here.
Okay,
absolutely, you bet. And I've just loved every bit of what I've been listening to. Oh my gosh!
Thank you so much.
I thought Paige's wedding scene was about the best ever. I was telling her that it reminded me of when the Beatles came out. They seemed so outlandish, but how we all grew to love them. And I can see this happening to you. It's just absolutely fabulous. Oh my gosh. It's fun to watch and fun to listen to, you guys. Keep doing your good stuff.
So you're telling us that you're watching our show, I presume for the first time, and you're predicting a Beatles-level wave of popularity.
Oh my gosh. Well, what a great crew. What a great crew.
Thank you so much. Now, this is an amazing generational thing, because one thing I've always marveled at is that Paige is such a great person, and Pete is insanely supportive of Paige, and we've seen that time and time again. So as his mom, as the grandmother, how do you pass down this clear generosity and warmth that you have through multiple generations? What goes into raising a son and a granddaughter to all 3 of you, such sweet people?
Oh, you just tell them to have fun. Whatever they do, whatever they're going to do in life, enjoy it. And if they don't enjoy it, don't bother. How's that sound?
I have to warn you right now, before you open your adorable mouth again, that everyone in this studio audience is falling in love with you every time you speak. They're all.
No, that's the truth. I do believe that. You have to do what your heart tells you to do. And Paige does that. She knows exactly how to do that. And, I love her to pieces.
Now,
so
I love her too. And let me ask you this, because I see Paige in action. Paige came and worked for our show for a little while, which I could not believe that her father was allowing. But then I met her father and mother, and both such sweet people, and it was so nice of them to trust us. What are your predictions for your granddaughter? Because I think she's going to kill it. I feel like she's going to she's gonna, whatever she wants to do, she's gonna be the best at it, is my prediction for your granddaughter.
Absolutely, absolutely. She's going. Who knows where she's going to go in this world. And thanks for what you've done to help her. She really loves what you do, and it's been a great thing for her.
I promise she has done more to help us than we have done to help her. I would say for most of the...
let's keep up the good dual work together.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. Well, thanks for listening.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. This is my favorite. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Pete and Caroline from Tennessee. And can you promise me, Caroline, and Pete, you've been by the studio. If you're ever in New York City, will you come by the studio and hang out with us?
You talking about my mom?
Oh, wait.
Oh, no, but I was off the air for a minute. What did
No,
you say?
that's okay. I was just asking if next time you're in New York City, will you come hang out with us at our studio?
Oh, I should come down. I should come out and visit. What a good idea.
Anytime.
You'll have to help me get there.
Anytime. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow, guys, thank you. Thanks, and I love what you're doing tonight.
Thank you, Pete and Caroline. Paige's dad and grandma. Well, my heart. How are you guys feeling after that?
Yeah.
Last week I was lit on fire by a dominatrix. This week we're getting heartwarming calls from grandmas in Tennessee. Some might say the Gethard show has it all. How are you guys feeling about our switch to cable? We haven't talked much about it.
I feel like the fucking Beatles right now.
Yeah. She said she's looking at us. She sees the Beatles in us. Mikey, you love that. How's that make you feel?
Well, so how many Beatles are left right now?
How many are left? 2?
Who's gonna get shot and killed first?
If any, I'm getting.
You're getting shot.
We all know the different people who show up at this studio who could potentially shoot me. There's a handful.
Yeah, everyone here.
Yeah.
This fucking guy
So
with the
Mikey,
rifle in the front row.
You know music history better than anybody. Would that mean that our entire era on public access was just our Germany stretch?
Yes.
This has just been us playing nightclubs in Germany, baby.
We're in Hamburg right now.
We haven't even crossed the pond yet.
And who would you say is our Billy Preston?
Mm-hmm. Or Stuart Sutcliffe.
Or Pete Best.
Well, I don't know. Figure it out.
All right. How's that guitar coming along? Strings on already.
Nice.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Let's go back to the phones. We also haven't. Here's another thing I want to say. None of us talk about what's happening with our upcoming switch. Are you guys stressed out? I recently got word that I'm stressing everybody out with my lack of information. That was recently made clear to me. Johnny Wowo is nodding his head. All the members of the band very stressed out. I apologize for anybody I'm stressing out. It's all contracts. I've been waiting on it. You stressed out?
Not stressed. I mean, I'm wondering what the hell's going on, but I'm not totally stressed.
I basically pulled everybody came over our house, and I was like, this thing is happening. And then I haven't mentioned it again.
True.
What's that?
Radio silence.
Even with my wife, she barely gets any info. Like if I'm on the phone with a lawyer while it's happening in the house.
Oh yeah, then I sort of have to unintentionally eavesdrop because our apartment is so small. But I do get a lot of information that way.
So my own wife is spying on me. So everyone on the casting crew, I apologize. I'm more stressed than anybody, but I know I've been stressing everybody out. I don't mean to.
It's fine.
Okay. Let's go to, TJ's mom. TJ's mom, which is Frodo's grandma.
Whoa.
Frodo, your grandma's on the line.
Hi. Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. This is Jess, right? Jess from Florida?
Yes, it's me. My mom made me a pork chop today.
What's that?
My mom made me a pork chop.
Pork chop.
A pork chop?
Yes.
That's a great thing to have. Okay, so walk us through it. What are your favorite things about being a parent? What's the hardest thing about being a parent?
Yeah, Mom. My favorite thing about being a parent is all the surprises. I mean, no matter you think you're getting used to one phase, and then they just surprise you with something else. Like Frodo, for example, he was a big surprise.
Really? So you can give us the inside scoop about Frodo and where he comes from.
Yeah, I think you guys covered that on the first episode, but I'll tell you, I've never loved a dog more than Frodo, that's for damn sure. He's so cute. But I love my daughter just a little bit more. Only a little bit, though. Yeah, just a little bit.
Now, let me ask you this. What's the most trouble your daughter's gotten into?
She got grounded once.
One whole time?
Yeah.
Murph, how many times did you get grounded?
Oh, my parents are just soldiers, for real. I put them through a lot. I think they stopped grounding me at a certain point.
Your
They said,
parents
fuck
gave
it,
up.
it is what it is.
They gave up. All right. So tell us, what's the advice? What's your game plan? Because your daughter, we've only recently gotten to know her with the show, but she seems quite lovely, and her ability to put Frodo out into the world, I think, speaks to a certain level of magic, I would say.
Well, she's definitely a driven person, beautiful, intelligent. She's really gifted herself, and she's become quite savvy. I mean, she played violin in Carnegie Hall at 11. And
what?
Whoa. Yeah, and she's a rapper, and so it's she always keeps me on my toes. I mean, I am always entertained. So I guess my best advice would be, oh man, there's so much I could say. But first of all, you have to be completely insane to have kids. Because you can never prepare. You can never prepare for it. You're never prepared. And you get this little bundle home, and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And you figure it out. And I guess my best advice would be just to be forgiving. Forgive yourself, because you're gonna make mistakes. Yeah, Mom, you really fucked up good on this one.
But hold on, Jess. When you're watching your 11-year-old play violin at Carnegie Hall, what's that emotionally? What are you feeling there?
Pride, and tears and excitement. And the one thing I would say is that I always think of her and watching her grow as reading a good book. It's like you can't stop reading. You can't wait till the next chapter. You want to see where the story goes, but you never want it to end.
Everybody's dropping bombs this episode. The moms and dads are dropping bombs this episode. Well, thank you so much, and thank you, TJ, as always, for bringing Frodo to us and being such an integral part of the show lately.
Can I make a quick confession to
Thank you for having us.
A quick confession. Hold on, before you guys hang up. Hallie?
So the first night that we met Frodo, right, was sandwich night. And I was like a little out of it that night, and I had that sandwich hanging in front of my head, and TJ was wearing a shirt, I think, with a dog on it. Yes? Does anyone remember this?
Yeah.
I got so confused, and I didn't understand that it was a dog on a shirt, and I thought that there was another dog that no one was acknowledging. And I felt so bad for this dog, and I couldn't figure out why everyone was freaking out about the one dog and ignoring the other perfectly cute dog. And so I just need to apologize to TJ for questioning her ability to parent.
Well, sandwich night we won't say why, but sandwich night got weird this year. Let's move on. Let's all move on very, very quickly. Let's move. Oh, wow, okay. I'm being told, it seems like, I'll say this too, our last 2 weeks, a lot of old friends stopping by to let us know how they're doing. Some maybe saying goodbye for the last time on our show. And this is a guy who's been here from the beginning. We've seen his life go in so many directions. He's made so many attempts at so many things, and I think he is so close to inspiring us. Ladies and gentlemen, he is going to win a gold medal, at least one, in the next Olympics. Connor Ratliff is here. Welcome.
That's right. It's very exciting to be here. It's a bittersweet night. It's the penultimate M&N episode, and it's an honor to be here. I brought these balloons because I figured it would add to the celebration.
Yeah, thank you for bringing the balloons. They're very festive.
Everyone's enjoying them. That's what matters.
Well, how's the Olympic training going?
It's going great. I actually have a pretty major announcement tonight.
A pretty huge announcement, okay.
For those of you who follow me through my presidential campaign and then have supported me for the past 27 months of Olympic training, tonight I have some pretty major news to announce.
Okay, we're all listening. We're all totally focused. We're all 100% focused. Huge announcement for those of us following your Olympic training.
I'm here to tell you tonight that I am officially going to be in the 2016 Summer Olympics as a competitor.
What? What? This cannot be true. This cannot be true.
It is true.
No way.
It is true. Now, I do have to say, I can't talk too much about the deal that I've made. I can't reveal which country I'm going to be competing for, or what event that I'm going to be competing in.
Everybody's going to guess IFC.
Yeah. I do have to say, we're having fun with balloons and everything, but please don't speculate about this on social media. Because part of my deal, I've been guaranteed at least one gold medal, and it could ruin the deal. The deal could be called off if you guys tweet about it, or if you talk about it on Tumblr or Instagram or Snapchat. One thing I will say, I can give a little bit of detail, which is that come 2016, when you're watching the Olympics on another network, I might look a little different. I might not even be able to compete under my own name. But I can give you this clue, all right? August of 2016, the Olympics in Rio. Look to the gold medal winners, all right?
All right. Well, Connor Ratliff.
And see if someone doesn't look a little bit familiar. All right?
Connor Ratliff, thank you so much.
And thank you all.
It's been an amazing journey here on MNN.
Yeah.
And we barely even knew each other when you started on the show. Now you're one of my best friends.
That means a lot to me, Chris. Thank you so much. Yeah, we barely knew each other at all.
Yeah. Now you came to my house for Thanksgiving.
That's right. It was wonderful. It was really nice. Now, can I ask this? I talked to your mom at your wedding. I didn't? Am I the one? You're kidding me. I'm the one?
She said it was very nice to get to know you over Thanksgiving because you hadn't spoken to her at the wedding.
I mean, there are a lot of people there.
No, she loves you, though.
Now?
Yeah, now she does.
Post-Thanksgiving, but pre-Thanksgiving, I was the rudest person in the UCB community. Right?
You and Will Hines.
I mean... Oh, yeah, and as far as me being a bear, I mean, I'm straight, but I do think I would qualify because, as far as I understand it, I'm hirsute. I'm covered in hair.
I would say so.
And I'm a little out of shape. That's it, right? I mean, some bears are really in shape, but a lot of bears...
Connor, just keep in mind that this is how your time on public access ends.
Yeah?
If it's you rambling about being hirsute, just keep that in mind.
Well, it was referenced earlier in the episode, and I feel like we don't want to leave a loose thread dangling, right? Like a plot thread? Anyway.
Well, it was a fantastic run.
Yeah, pretty good.
Connor Ratliff, ladies and gentlemen.
You're in the Olympics, you're in the Olympics, you're in the Olympics. You can do anything, whoa, when you're in the Olympics.
Champion, that's the last time we'll see Connor on MNN. At least with our show. All right, let's get back to the phones. I want to go to line 2. We got Matt's Grandpa Joe in New Jersey. Hi. Grandpa Joe, are you there?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I'm going to get Grandpa Joe for you.
Hello?
Sure, hold on. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to get Grandpa Joe. Hey,
well, it is getting very late.
Hello?
What's that? Frodo's up. Oh, shit. Frodo, how are you feeling about this episode? Your mom and grandma just called in. We were all very touched as well. We were all very emotional about it as well. It was very sweet to hear Jess's opinions on your mom, TJ.
Man, he can't be bothered. He's on that sick-ass cover.
Let's go to line 1. Lucy's mom, Chelsea, in Oregon.
Hi. Hello?
No phones?
Hello?
We're losing the phones?
Hello, hello, hello?
Well,
I feel like
Chris?
that's appropriate.
I've
Do you hear me?
been more aware
Hello?
of the age of the demographic of the show.
Hello, hello?
Parents sound so youthful and
Yeah,
vibrant.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get them young.
Get 'em
But yeah,
young.
shit got unplugged.
A bunch of stuff got unplugged, it sounds like. Maybe the monitor in our studio. Jersey Dave, on it! Jersey Dave! Jersey Dave! I'm going to tell you one thing about that monitor, my friend.
What's that?
It's not boss enough. It's not boss enough right now. It needs to get bosser.
There's a lot of pressure for me to fix this.
You've never addressed pressure. You've never shown any weakness to
It's
pressure.
not really on me, though.
What is it?
Whether this works or not.
Yeah, but you're Jersey Dave.
That is true.
All right, are the phones fixed? Can anyone hear me? Hey, Jersey Dave. Who's this? Is this
Chelsea.
Chelsea from Oregon? How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm good. So Lucy watches the show.
Lucy's 2 months old.
No, then Lucy doesn't watch the show. So you have a 2-month-old. That's amazing. How has that affected your life?
It's crazy. It's a lot of fun, but it's definitely different.
Really? So what was your life like before, and what is it like now? Like, what's the biggest adjustments you didn't see coming?
Sure. Well, before I was doing stand-up comedy like 6 nights a week, and now I'm like breastfeeding 6 days a week. So.
Wow. 6 days a week?
A lot less socialization
Shannon.
with like people my age.
So that 7th day that baby starts?
Yeah, Shannon wants to know why the baby doesn't get to eat 1 day a week.
Sorry, I definitely mean 7 days a week. A little
You got a
deprived.
2-month-old, it's forgiven.
That's so cool. How fucked up is it to give birth to a baby? Just like comedian to comedian. Is it super fucking...
Bro, it's super gross.
Really?
So gross.
What's the
So many
deal?
fluids.
Really? Okay, so what does it physically look like? Tell us about, because like, you know, you see it in movies and stuff, but I don't really know.
It's nothing like the movies. Like, I swear at every movie, it's a lady with like a balloon under her belly, like being wheeled into an emergency room, like with like stuff coming out of her. Like, that doesn't really happen.
Uh-huh.
I
What
was in
really
labor
happens?
for 5 days.
That's crazy.
And I know. And then they finally put me in the hospital, and I guess the baby was just trying to come out the wrong direction somehow. And
Out your mouth?
I ended up having a C-section. Yeah, she was trying to crawl out my eyeballs. No. So I had a C-section, which I'm actually really happy about because she came out and she was happy and healthy.
That's great. That's what's important. So yeah, so you had like a 5-day nightmare that ended with people cutting you in half.
Yeah, exactly. They told me I could either go home and try again, like with like medicine to induce me, or they could cut her out of me. And I was like, I'm not leaving this place without a baby.
I said that once too.
Shannon, where were you? Like a Baskin Robbins or like a Build-A-Bear?
Shannon steals babies. Well, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Planning on coming to TC Jess for sandwich night, but her due date was November 27th, so.
Ooh, but you should have, because we've never had a sandwich night baby.
You're right.
Every holiday has a baby except our holiday.
I did watch sandwich night from the hospital, if that helps.
You did? You watched sandwich night in the hospital while you were in labor?
Oh, that's awesome.
Technically, yeah.
What kind of sandwich did you have?
The next day, my boyfriend bought me a turkey sandwich with cranberry sauce on it, so.
Ooh, I like that. How was it?
It was delicious.
What kind of bread we talking?
As a parent. Sorry?
What kind of bread we talking?
Russian rye.
Everybody's impressed by your sandwich. Everyone's impressed by your baby.
Oh my God, I love you
Congratulations.
guys. Hey, Chris, can I just tell you, I think you should have a baby because ever since you guys decided to come back on the air, you just seem so much lighter and happier and healthier, and I really love you guys, and I love Hallie, and you're my dream couple, so I really think you'd make a cool generation of kids.
I love Hallie too. Yeah, no, I'll give it a shot, I guess.
Just do what I did, just like have a wine weekend where you just like drink wine and don't pay attention to anything.
Well, I don't drink, but
I'll drink wine for you.
Yeah, you drink the wine and I'll do the rest.
Perfect.
So the man sent to jail for 20 years?
No, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Chelsea.
Okay, sorry, just one thing. Can I just shout out Jersey Dave? He's the jam.
He's the best, right? He's the best.
And World's Greatest Dancer is my number
The
one
absolute
man
best. All right. Let's remember, coming up in Jersey, January 31st, Benai Keshet at Montclair. Even they don't know where it is, so hit the deep web. Go find it. They built a guitar during this show. They are about to play another song on it. There's 85 balloons floating around. Everybody's in costumes. I want more dancing than last time. This is the third to last chance you have to dance on this in this studio with us. Please welcome back Microwave Death.
Hey, we've got free buttons and stuff.
What you and fuck yourself? Maybe open an account with Wood. Change your name to Wayne Brady. What you and fuck yourself? War, blah, 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 blah. Forget the 1-0 song. Why'd you go and fuck yourself? Why'd you go and fuck yourself?
To have you guys on the show. That guitar sounded great.
Thanks, man.
How'd it play?
It was good. It got out of tune, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It sounded awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Check them out January 31st in Montclair. And people have been asking me, oh, are you guys gonna, do you have to book, you gotta book major label bands now? Can you still book the underground shit? Can you still book the cool bands? Come on, man. Of course we can. Of course we can. And people keep asking me, are we gonna...
All we can afford, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But also people ask me, oh, am I going to be able to see the show? And I'll tell you one thing. How about this? The show's not going to be live on TV anymore, but they're going to live stream the tapings for anybody. Because it's a progressive network. You guys don't get it. We actually found the people that are willing to let something be fucking different. And it's going to end with us standing in the ashes of the traditional entertainment industry. That's my prediction. Like this. This is what it's going to be. This is what it's going to be. It's going to be Murph walking out of the Emmys. What the fuck? This is what's going to happen. Is next year Murph's going to be walking out of the Emmys with one statue in this hand, one statue in this hand, and when he walks out, he's going to throw one of the Emmys through the fucking windshield of McConaughey's limo. All right. All right, let's go. A couple more calls. 3 minutes left in the show. Oh, let's go to Jesse's parents, Gary and Nancy and NJ. Your son just made an announcement. He's no longer a twink.
We couldn't be prouder.
Hi. Yeah, he's growing up before our eyes.
I met Jesse's parents. They're great people.
Jesse, I've met Jesse's parents as well. Now, I'm totally serious. My mom came up to me after our wedding and said, your little blonde friend came up. He said,
no, your mom said that little twink.
He said that little twink. He said, if you need anything, I know this is a stressful weekend. Please just let me know. I'd be happy to help out. And my mom was like, he was the sweetest boy I ever met.
That's our boy.
Look at that. So what went into raising Jesse? What's the code here? What's the secret?
You know, we just kind of let him be who he is. You know, he's had a mind of his own. He's creative, and we kind of went with it.
That's great. Well, we love him here. What's the big? Now he works on the show, so you guys can dish some dirt. What's the biggest? What's the most he ever pissed you off?
Good, yeah.
He broke the moonroof on my car one time because he thought it was ice.
Smashing the moonroof, Jesse. Thought it was ice. He's got something he wants to say about that. Real quick, Jesse, because I got one more call to take.
In my defense, there was a sheet of ice on the on top of the car. My friends and I were pounding on it to break it, and the moonroof was it was collateral damage.
So you did break the ice you wanted to break.
I did.
Fair enough.
Yeah, very fair. It wasn't malicious.
I've done other things to piss you off.
They're taking it easy on you. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you for Jesse.
We love you, Joe.
Okay.
Good luck. Good luck.
I got to take one more call real quick. 30 seconds left. Thank you to Microwave Death. Thank you for everybody calling. Philip Romano's mom and dad. Why does your son like magic so much? 20 seconds to answer. The guy loves magic. What's the deal?
Oh, he was doing magic from the day he was born.
This episode's been a Hallmark card. I love Phil. Now, genetically, how'd you get his tongue so long?
I'd like to tell you, but I'm tongue-tied.
End of episode. That's how that shit ended. That's how that episode ended. Your dad nailed that. He nailed that. That's the best ending of an episode you've ever had.